What's going on, guys? It's Gummy Does Games, and in today's video, we're going to be getting a 5-star Silent Assassin rating on the Finish Line mission in Miami, Florida. This map is very open to different play styles, but I'm going to be taking in a silenced pistol, a melee item, a lockpick, and I'm smuggling in an assault rifle somewhere in this complex. I know this outfit with a duck on it wasn't the most sensible outfit to wear in the Florida heat, but it took me a good 5 minutes to unlock it, so you better believe I'm going to wear it like it's a rare unlock. I head deeper into the facility looking for trouble, and I find just what I need, an area where I'm trespassing. I swear, you always find the best stuff when trespassing. Despite trying to get Silent Assassin, I pull out my gun anyways because it looks more James Bond. I know in the last video I used the crowbar religiously. In this video, I decided to use a more sensible weapon. Not only does this fish provide an elegant meal solution on the go, it also happens to hit pretty hard. You could say this meal slaps. I give this guard over here a taste of my fish and drag him towards a locker. This has got to be the worst security guard I've ever seen in my entire life. I wouldn't want him waking up and realizing that his security guard friend is gone, so I decided to throw the fish at him too. I mean, I probably could have just dragged him to the locker anyways, he was already asleep, but this is more fun. I then decided to disguise myself as one of the security guards. This is probably going to be a very awkward situation when they both wake up. I then do the idiot thing of neglecting the security cameras and walk out the door. My agency pickup is just on the other side of that truck, so I decide to retrieve my assault rifle. The next order of business is going after Sierra Knox. Just as a side note, Sierra Knox looks like the kind of person to complain about her coffee no matter how good it is. I mean, it could literally be the most expensive coffee she's ever had in her entire life, but she'll still pour it out of anger. I know judging based off looks is wrong, but we're about to murder someone, so it's the least judgy thing I'm doing all day. I then break into this gate using my lockpick. Up here, I'm able to see the entire race from a high vantage point, and there's only one guy up here. You may now be asking what I'm doing with this assault rifle. Well, I'll show you now, but first we need to get rid of this marshal. And since I'm such a nice and caring guy, I decide to drag him face first down 3 flights of stairs and hide him in a dumpster. Being kind and caring for people like this shows that there's still good people in this world. Now, anyways, on to murdering someone. I'm about to leave the area, but then I turned back in a turn of events. I decided to take his clothes from him and then put back on my security outfit just to make his day a little bit worse. Hard times build strong men, remember that. I retrieved my assault rifle from the briefcase, and now I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. I walk over to the ledge and wait for Sierra's car to come by. I get ready to take aim and absolutely demolish her car when my natural anti-aim instincts kick in and I whiff every single shot. The only thing this accomplished was a guard coming up to check what happened, so I cleverly stashed the assault rifle into the trash can. While I'm waiting here nervously, I'm worried he's just coming up here to smoke, and what if he lights my gun on fire after he throws a cigarette into the trash can? To avoid this happening, I decided to throw the fish at his head as well. This one was probably unnecessary, but I really didn't want to take any chances. Retrieve my assault rifle from the trash can again and decide to take aim. This time, I managed to hit my shots and her car comes crashing into the sidelines. I love how the kill is counted as an accident when it takes one glance to see that the car is peppered in bullet holes. As a kind of cruel and unusual punishment for this guard, I decided to just plant him face first on the stairs. I'm sure it's very uncomfortable and he'll have aches when he wakes up. Anyways, with one target down, I decide to head back to where I started. I remember my handler Diana telling me something about one of the people out of the courtyard. This guy sticks out like a sore thumb, and my handler is telling me to take his disguise, which is exactly what I'm going to do. How could I resist taking that magical beret off his bald little head? It's quite crowded in this area, so I decide to throw the wrench behind this white t-shirt over here so he'll come check it out. I find the perfect distraction for Ted Mendez and go behind this gate. I throw the coconut on the floor and wait for him to come check it out. Once he's here, I decide to give him some minor head trauma and then dump his body into a container. I soon find out that this is no regular container. In fact, this is a wood chipper. I'm pretty tempted to turn on the power, but I feel shredding a war veteran is pretty cruel, and I don't want to lose Silent Assassin. My self-control is immense. Instead, I take his tacky outfit and beret and run towards the building. At this point, it's for the best that I ditch my briefcase and assault rifle, so I decide to throw it into the ocean for some Florida man to find 30 years later while he's magnet fishing. I make it to the stairs, but not before blowing through a security camera I didn't deactivate earlier. Before making it upstairs, I see that you can take this picture of Robert Knox's face. I'm sure it'll make 47's Miami Vacation scrapbook that much more original.
What are you thinking?
Right this way, sir.
I'm almost to the location I need to get to when I hear this absolutely massive nerd talking. I mean, this is comical.
Listen, I realize this may sound trivial, but the Fountain View soda dispenser has been on the fritz since we moved in.
I somehow remain self-constrained enough to not throw my fish at his head and make it to the location I need to get to.
Hello there, sir.
My target then comes out and explains a bunch of stuff to me that he's been creating. And when I say this guy yapped, I mean it. I had to speed this video up 7 times to even get it down to this length. It took an incredible amount of self-constraint to not just pull out my pistol and shoot him. Finally, he gives me the option to scan his face on this robot, which kills him. I know Robert Knox is committed to making healthcare stuff, but this was a pretty satisfying kill. I mean, he just took 2 minutes out of my day to yap. I scan his face from the scrapbook I planned to make, and it shoots at him instead.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Target acquired. Robert Knox.
Aw, shit.
Both targets down. Well done, 47. Head for an exit, and we'll speak again.
Job finally done, I decide to finally deactivate the security cameras and get out of here. I'm glad 47 decided to keep the image of Robert Knox's face after scanning it, as it'll make his Miami scrapbook idea so much easier. I walk up the stairs and properly dispose of my fish in the trash can, and then break up this couple's photo and get out. I'll admit, even though I got 5 stars, it wasn't the most exciting mission, and I hope the next one is a little bit more. Anyways, that's all I've got for y'all today. If y'all really enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and share it with a friend, and make sure to subscribe if you want more content like this.